The Furniture of the Sanctuary, Part 3, compiled by Shirley Jean Street and read by Wayne T. Street. In the typical service, the blood was sprinkled above the law, Leviticus 16, verse 15, to show faith in the blood of Jesus, which would free the righteous from the demands or curse of the law, Galatians 3, verse 13. God communicated with his people from the cloud of glory which rested above the mercy seat between the cherubim, Exodus 25, verses 21 and 22. These golden cherubim, with their beautiful outstretched wings, were a representation of the covering cherubim that surround the throne of God in heaven, Ezekiel 28, verses 14 and 16. There can be no government without law. The very suggestion of a kingdom is always connected with law. There could be no judgment without a law as a standard of judgment. God declares that as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law. Romans 2, verse 12. All God's commandments are righteousness. Psalm 119, verse 172. The establishment or foundation of his throne is righteousness and judgment. Psalm 97, verse 2. Originally, the ark was made to contain the Ten Commandments, Numbers 17, verse 10, and Exodus 16, 31 to 34. Verify that God later instructed Moses to put Aaron's budded rod and a pot of manna inside the ark. No profane hands were allowed to touch the ark. Uzzah was smitten for reaching out to steady it when the oxen which were drawing it stumbled. 2 Samuel 6, verses 6 and 7. And the men of Beth Shemesh were smitten for looking into the ark of God. 1 Samuel 6, verse 19. Only the Levites were sanctioned to carry the sacred chest. Deuteronomy 10, verse 8. During a battle with the Philistines, the wicked sons of Eli, the high priest, carried the sacred ark onto the battlefield, and it was captured by the Philistines. But God impressed them to return the ark to Israel with a golden trespass offering. 1 Samuel 4, verses 3 to 11. When Solomon's temple was built, the ark was placed in the Holy of Holies, where it remained until taken, according to 2 Maccabees 2, verses 1 to 8, by the prophet Jeremiah, and hid in a cave in the mountains just before the Babylonian captivity, for fear it would fall into the hands of the Gentiles. The writer of the Apocrypha states that the ark will again be brought forth in the last days. Whether the exact copy of the law which God gave at Sinai will be brought out again or not, the important note either way is that at Jesus' second coming, there will come into view a copy of God's unchangeable law, traced as with a pen of fire in the heavens for all the inhabitants of the universe to see. Psalm 97, verse 6, and 98, verse 2. That holy law is the standard by which all will be judged. That law will condemn the guilty. For sin is the transgression of the law. 1 John 3, verse 4. The same law that condemns the sinner will witness to the righteousness of those who, humbly seeking forgiveness, abide in Jesus by faith, walk in harmony with his holy commandments, and welcome God's judicious will in their lives. Romans 3, verse 21. Now we have the type meeting antitype. In Exodus 26, verse 33, the ark was placed in the most holy place. In Revelation 11, verse 19, the ark was seen in the heavenly sanctuary. In Exodus 25, verses 21 and 21, God's visible presence was manifested above the mercy seat. In John 1, verse 14, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us.